I don't know whether it's kind of a fear or how do I know? Like, I mean, I like isolation. I live in a far country from. So after coming here, I've been meeting a lot of people, and we did some activities where we had hands, we hugged. I felt uncomfortable, and I've been trying to think what's going on in my mind, why I felt uncomfortable. So
Real isolation would never be afraid of mingling. If you are afraid of mingling, then you are anyway mingling all the time, albeit in a surreptitious way. The one who can really be isolated is also the one who will go about togetherness in a very free way. Do you see this? That's also the nature of truth. On one hand, the truth has no second. The truth has nobody to really ever meet. So, the truth in that sense is the most isolated of all entities, because where the truth is, there no other entity is. Do you see how isolated the truth is? On the other hand, the truth is miscible with every entity. It freely mixes. It spares no one, it avoids no one. These two must always go together. Internally, you must always be untouchable. Externally, you must have all the freedom to freely mix as well as to freely seek a corner and act as a recluse for a while. You must have total freedom. Sometimes you must be like an ascetic. I am talking of at the behavior level. Sometimes you must appear like the ascetic, meditating in his own quiet corner. At other times, you must look like the soul of the party, at the center of the gathering, dancing with strangers, mixing with unknown people as if they are your bosom friends. Whatever there is must be total. A thing starts becoming dangerous only when it is partial. Have both ends of duality together and you have transcended duality. Have only one end of duality and you have become a slave to duality. Isolation is not at all dangerous or avoidable. Isolation is beautiful. But isolation is not beautiful when isolation is an escape from other people. Let isolation have a definite beauty of itself. Let isolation not become an alternative to society. You should not be an escapist. You should not be one who is looking to somehow avoid. Isolation cannot be your refuge. Isolation must have an independent charm, an independent beauty. People usually seek isolation in relation to their everyday troubles with the crowd. Because the crowd troubles you, so you go and find shelter in isolation. No, that is not isolation, that is escape. Your isolation must be a celebration, and that celebration must continue unabated even when you are in a crowd.
So if you don't want to be in a crowd, then you feel a lot happier when you're alone. It is kind of separation.
See, not feeling like being in a crowd is just all right, but also look at the reason why. Is there something in the crowd that threatens you? Is there something in the crowd that threatens you? Then if you are avoiding the crowd, then it is not at all good for you. And if it does threaten you, what is it in you that is being threatened? The real really can never be threatened. What is threatened? Why do you want to avoid the crowd? By no means am I advocating that one must always stay in a crowd. A crowd can be sometimes too much of a nonsense, not worth bearing. If nothing else, it can be an unnecessary drain on the senses. One is entitled to then go and simply relax in his corner. But that is very different from being afraid of the crowd. Are you getting it? A vampire would avoid the sun because the sun threatens its very existence. You too would avoid the sun when the sun gets too hard. But if you avoid the sun because the sun is now beating down very harshly, that is one thing. And the vampire avoids the sun because its personality is threatened by light and brightness. That is another thing. I hope you get the difference.
I also feel that there is certain kind of ego involved. It's like I don't go to the crowds because I feel like those people are not good enough for me. You know, that they are like I'm like superior to them, or I don't know. That kind of thinking comes to my mind. I don't know. I feel like it's not correct. There's something in me that I don't know like how to explain it, but I kind of feel a sense of superiority. That's the reason why I don't go and mingle.
Check that. If you are really superior, you would want to act from your point of superiority and help others. A superiority that feels threatened by inferiority is no superiority at all. Real superiority lies in extending your hand. I am not saying that you must force yourself upon others, that you go and start acting the Masiha in front of the crowd. But at the same time, if you really see that the crowd lacks something and is inferior in that sense, why not go there and share some of your illumination? Why not? Maybe there are at least one or two there who are waiting for you.
Exactly, that's the problem with my reflection. Like, I don't know how to write reflections, because the same thing. Like, what should I write? What should I share?
Whenever you look for a method, all you are left with is the method itself. There can be no method to the truth. When you want a method, even to just scribble down the bare facts of observation, then all that you will be left with is the method. Just write without asking for a how to. The how to is your burden, it is your block. Just write. But you know, when you just write, you lose control of what you are writing. One doesn't like that. One likes to be in control of his words. Words that are expressed without control, without direction, prove dangerous to the ego because they expose what is really going on. In fact, many people do not drink for this reason. Again, I am not advocating the habit of drinking, just stating as an example. Many people do not drink because they are extremely afraid that if they are drunk, they would reveal that part of theirs which stinks.